This is Raptor News. We are entering the holy month of Abib. The holy month of Abib is when the children of Israel exited Egypt. That's when they were freed by the Most High God. So we have Deuteronomy 16. It tells us to observe the month of Abib and keep the Passover unto the Lord thy God. For in the month of Abib the Lord thy God brought thee forth out of Egypt by night. Thou shalt therefore sacrifice the Passover unto the Lord thy God. And I think the sacrifice is ourselves now. Of the flock of the herd in the place which the Lord shall choose to place his name there. Thou shalt eat no leavened bread with it. 7 days shalt thou eat unleavened bread therewith, even the bread of affliction, fasting. For thou camest forth out of the land of Egypt in haste, that thou mayest remember the day when thou camest forth out of the land of Egypt all the days of thy life. So from then till now, we have to remember that day. Okay, I'm going to tell you something about the calendar that most people are not going to tell you. You cannot make an accurate calendar. And I'm telling you that right off the back. And it's because one of the months that I know is a month, it is based off of the harvest. It's based off of the wheat harvest or the barley harvest. And then that's not definitely clear, but I'm believing it is wheat. And basically it's when the wheat is ready to harvest, and that's not based on an exact date and time. It's based on whenever the Most High allowed the wheat to fully come into whenever he wanted to come into. And basically you can't put that on a calendar. Anybody who just makes a straight up Hebrew calendar is a liar. It's just fake, right? I'm going by the lunar calendar, plus I'm going by the signs. And so this actually tells you it's the first day of the year. The month of Abib is the first day of the year. It's like it is the new year, so we are approaching the new year. The fake Jewish synagogue of Satan have the new year, I believe, in September. I think it's September. And so according to the calculations on the lunar map, the new year is August 10th, which is the 19th, 2020. And then the interesting thing about, and I'm not even making no dates up. I actually measured this by the lunar calendar, and the first month in the 10th day, which is the day of Abib, falls on August 19th, 2021. August 19th is the exact same day we was taken into slavery in 1619, right? Yeah. And so, I mean, the exact same day they said we were. They lie about everything, so we don't actually know. But according to what they say, and according to the lunar calendar, that falls on the 19th, which is in a day and a half right now, right? Much less than that according to our time out here. And so that's on Monday, the 19th will be the month of Abib. Okay. There's also a new moon in Leo. That's what's online. I'm not making none of this stuff up. I am just copying and printing it right here where you can see it for yourself. There is no coincidences, people, and I ain't saying nothing is going to happen on this day. For all the people saying that I'm making dates and everything else, we are observing dates, and observing something is not setting something for those people who are illiterate as fuck out there, and so I'm observing this because we know we are close to an exodus. We know that, and so according to this, that exodus could happen any moment now. Okay, and I'm just saying be ready. Okay, so August 19, 2020 is not only the month of Abib, according to the lunar calendar, it's also a new moon, and that's how you measure the month, and a new beginning off of a new moon, and then it's also August 19th, which is the exact same date we went into captivity. It's crazy. And so I'm doing my research. I did a little bit more research and I came upon this, and I don't know how true this is. April. Now, in the ancient Hebrew calendar, the first month of the ecclesiastical year and seventh of the civil year, corresponding to the latter part of March and the part of April, the early part, later called by the Babylonian name Nisan. So it's pretty much saying that the month of Abib can fall in on an ecclesiastical year or a civil year. So if it's an ecclesiastical year, it could be in August. If it is a civil year, it can be in April, if y'all understand them. And I'm not going up because they put April on there. I'm measuring it by the lunar calendar, and April came up. So the ecclesiastical year in general, it says, here we understand the yearly return of holy seasons through which the redemption of mankind is. And I said mankind is Hebrew, sons of Adam, right? Nowadays, the day most commonly referred to as the new year is Teshri Rosh Hashanah. It means head of the year, even though Teshri is the 7th month of the ecclesiastical year. Teshri is the civil new year and the date on which the year number advances. And so it's a bunch of confusion right there. But we're going to just jump right to the lunar calendar, and just make it clear. If you're going based off of that, then the Exodus, if it was going to happen in 2021, is going to happen on April the 10th. April 15th, which is the 10th day of that new year. So it'll be on a Friday, which is a good sign because it's a Friday and it's going into the Sabbath. Not only that, it's a new moon on that too. So you're going into Aries, April 12, 21 lunar calendar moon. April 12, 21 lunar calendar, new phase moon. It's a new moon, just like it is. So we got two new moons on these dates. So you got the 19th of August, which is in pretty much 2 days. And then you have the 15th of April, which is, pretty much next year in about 7 months. So our ending can be from August to April, right? And to me, if we have to go to April, it's going to be some tribulation, And so, again, I don't know 100%. I'm looking at dates. I'm measuring the time. And I ain't saying this is the end of the world. Nobody knows the time and the date of the end of the world except for the Most High God. Nobody's saying the end of the world. We are just saying the Exodus, and we're measuring the time, right? Because God said, observe the month of Abib. How you going to observe it if you don't measure the time? You just can't go off every Tom, Dick, and Hank, that show up and say, I have a Hebrew calendar and this is authentic. It has to be based on something, and there's some people that go out there and they measure the harvest, and I'm doing it by 100% the lunar, because I believe the lunar is accurate, and then we'll see how accurate it is, and from now to 7 months. This is Raptor News.